Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter. We had seen till verse number 60. After indicating that a person of realization is one who can withdraw his senses and mind at will, and also as he moves about, he also understands that these objects may be around or not. He even doesn't have that little bit of attachment or that rasa that remains. Naturally, he is free from that. And after that, also there was a warning given that if we consider that we are well learned and nothing is going to happen to our mind, he says even learned people can fall. And after this, we may feel that fear that even if learned people can fall, then we are small seekers, sadhaks, and we hear stories like Jaimini Rishi and all. Oh, so they also can fall, then where are we? One thing we have to understand, these kind of rishis and all, when we say, these are all different kinds of, Vedavyasji and his disciples are like, the glory of the Lord. So they are just teaching us. So it is not that Jaimini Rishi had weaknesses and all. We have to understand that even if such great Rishi can come under the sway of senses, then where do we stand? So only to help us remain alert. But there may be a fear, okay, I will never use my senses at all. That is another extreme. I will, whenever anything I see, close your eyes, close your ears. I don't want to do any. That is another extreme. So here Bhagavan is saying this warning or this caution is not to scare someone and to stop someone from using their senses at all. That is not meant here. Then what is it? So here in the next verse, verse number 61, he is saying, Tani sarvani sanyamya Yukta asita matparaha Vashehi yasyendriyani Tasya prajna pratisthita Tasya prajna pratishtita. Such a person's knowledge is steady. He is established in that wisdom. One who has vashehi yasya indriyani yasya vashe santi, in whose control are all the senses. Such a person is a sthita prajna. The one whose senses are under control means what? Under control does not mean he never uses his senses. So under control means, for example, we drive a car. Road accidents, how do they happen? When somebody is driving some car or some vehicles only create road accidents. So does that mean vehicles should not be driven at all? What is the cause of accident? Vehicles. So I will never use any vehicle. That is not going to be there. Many diseases come through food. Some indigestion, some food poisoning, something. So I will not eat only. Then there are diseases which come through air also. Then don't breathe only. That is not what is meant here. Here, vashehi yasya, control does not mean not using them. Under control means a vehicle is there, I am driving the vehicle and the vehicle is not driving me. That is important. Fire, for example. Fire can destroy everything, reduce everything into ashes. Even big buildings and all, they can be reduced to ashes in no time. Fire has that ability. But still, whenever we start any auspicious work, we light a lamp. Fire is there. Whenever we want to cook food, fire is there. Without fire, we can't live. But at the same time, that fire which is under control is a blessing. That which goes out of control is destruction. So this is what is meant here. So what should one do? Tani sarvani means all these senses. Sanyamya. Sanyama means keeping them under control. Being able to use them as and when and as much required, and to be able to withdraw them when not required. This ability, for which the example of the tortoise or the turtle was also given a few verses before. At will, I am able to withdraw my senses. That is called sanyama. So the senses are not deciding what I want. I decide how much and when I use the senses, and when I don't want, I am able to shut my eyes. I am able to not listen, disconnect. Things may come and fall into our ears, but I am not affected by it. That is sanyama. Guruji jokingly says, we should be with our senses in the world. Among the sense pleasures, we should be the same way as we are usually when we are sitting in satsang. The senses are all used, but nothing goes in, So it doesn't affect me. You say whatever you want to say. My ears are open, eyes are open, but unaffected. I move about in satsang. So jokes aside, but the point is, we can remain like that. It is not non-usage, it is using wisely. So tani sarvani sanyamya yuktaha. Asit means he sits, he stays, he lives. How? Yuktaha. Yuktaha means what? One who is joined. Joined means the integration of mind and intellect has taken place in him. This integration of mind and intellect has come before also. Puja Gurudev calls this integrated mind-intellect equipment as the spiritual heart. What is the integrated mind and intellect? Mind is that which loves things, likes things. I like doing this. I love this. It could be some person, it could be a thing, it could be a place, it could be an experience, whatever. I like it. Mind is that which goes towards it. Intellect is that which values something. This is important. This is critical. This has to be done. So one side there is like, the other side there is value. And often these two are not the same. Shankaracharya ji also, in one of the verses of the Gita, only explains. He gives an example that there may be people, there may be a man who loves his wife but values the king, respects the king. So similarly, it's a very common thing that I love my family but I value my job. So I go to the office where my heart is not there, but I have to go value, so I go there. But the heart is here, but when somebody from the family calls, I cancel the call. Why? Not important. Important is there. So something is important, something is dear. And when these two things are apart, then the person also keeps getting pulled apart. And that is when we have this question, how to establish this work-life balance that comes from here. That we are pulled apart. One side, there is something that I love, and other side, something that I value. What I love, I don't value. What I value, I don't love. And that's when I am pulled apart. That's when I want some balance. I want to somehow make it one, but it is difficult. But here, when we say yuktaha, asthita prajna is automatically yuktaha, means he has integrated that which I love. Do I see any value in that? Try and value and give importance to that which I love. And on the other hand, that which I value, I give, make it my object of love. Learn to love. Now we say that it is simple to say, but how to do it? How can we do it? Of course, this is going to come in the subsequent chapters of the Gita. This is going to be discussed. But if we have to just in brief understand that which we love, intellectually we are not valuing it because we are not seeing any what we call as returns. It is anyway there. It's there anyways. So how does it matter? My family is there always. It doesn't matter. It is anyway there. So I don't value it. Or sometimes I see that it is, in food, for example. I love junk food, but I value healthy food. Now how do I strike a balance? I said twice a week I can eat junk food. Rest of the time I will eat healthy food. Now on the healthy food day I am not happy because I am thinking, what is this? No, I don't like it at all. And on the junk food day, which we call as cheat day, those days I am not happy because I feel guilty. Oh, I am eating something that is not good for me. So one side, why do I choose one thing? The intellect is unhappy. I choose the other thing, the mind is unhappy. So you have to bring them together. So if something is valuable in what I love, then I bring the intellect to the mind and say, yes, it is not bad. Come on, give it some importance. Spend time for that also. And whatever I value, if it is really valuable, it is worth loving also. So I spend time with what I value, with the heart invested in it. Why can't I love? See, there are so many things which is called as acquired taste. Even for example, new song, some movie or some album is released. This happens typically. First time when we hear, do we like or dislike it? There is nothing. First time I hear, now there is no reference point, there is nothing. Yeah, it is okay. Now you listen to it 25 times. Then it will become my favorite song. And what happened? 2 weeks ago, you didn't even know that it existed. And now it has become favorite. What happened? Spend time with it, which means I can do that. Even for food also. Some things, first time it is like okay, like dislike, nothing is okay, I can. But then we keep repeating it. I say, it's so good. And then that memory also is there. Rasa develops, acquired taste. So it happens. So therefore, what I value, if I feel that it is really valuable, it is really important, I need to learn to love, and that is possible through spending time with it with an open mind. Not with cribbing and complaining, oh, I have to do this. And this is the difference between suppression and understanding. What Gurudev calls as sublimation. The desires, etc. Suppression, what happens? When I suppress something, even if I am on track, I am not getting distracted, but one part of my mind is unhappy, saying that I'm missing, I'm missing, I'm missing. Why? Because that integration has not happened. I value it, therefore I do it. But what I like is left behind. So I am missing this, such a beautiful thing. But what to do? Now I have to do this. This is suppression. And it could be because of some external reason, or sometimes I myself have imposed upon myself. And it cannot stay for long. Either I give in or I explode. One of the two will happen. So I have this liking towards something else, but I am forced to do something because it is valuable, it is the right thing. And without understanding if I am going to move there, it is going to lead to either an explosion or after some time a compromise. So I need to learn to love what is important in life. And same way, if something I love and it is genuinely something that is, I have to make it important in my life. Now often this Puja Guruji gives a very, very profound statement, one of his many, many such statements. He says that amidst the routine and the urgent, we have been neglecting the important. What are we doing day to day? Routine things or urgent? Immediately. Now quickly I want it. 2 hours I want this complete. You have to do this today itself. That all I am engaging myself in. But what is important left out? One of them is called sadhana. There is no time for sadhana. Why? Deadlines. I have to complete so much. Today there is no time. And I woke up half an hour late. Okay, half an hour late, then skip lunch, dinner, something so much. No, you eat for so many hours together. You cut down on that and no. How can I, without eating, how will I be productive? Oh, but without sadhana, I will be productive. Yeah, because I've been living like this for so many years. I have practiced enough living without sadhana. So for me, that which is important is not lovable. Something that is I love, I don't give importance to. When it gets integrated, when I consciously make an effort to bring them together, that is called yukta. And a sthita prajna by nature is yukta. He doesn't have a conflict. What should I do? What should I choose? What is the right? What is pleasant? He doesn't have that. Somebody who is completely, duty bound. So such a person, this is my duty. So I like it. Gurudev's very powerful statement. He says that I never got anything that I did not like because I liked whatever I got. Seems to be a simple statement, but what this statement is so much of greatness. That is what makes such Mahatmas great. Otherwise, we also a little bit, we do little bit of japa, little bit of puja, little bit of reading and all. We say, I'm a spiritual person. Good. But how do I live my life? I never got what I disliked because I always like what I got. This naturally comes to a sthita prajna. For us, it has to be an effort. We have to try to do it consciously. Yuktaha. If it is important, I learn to love it. If I love something, something gives me happiness, give it some importance in life. But if it is unimportant or it is counterproductive and that I love, then withdraw my mind from there also. That also I need to learn. I like giving pain to myself. We sometimes have that. We are little bit, I give pain to myself, not physically, but mentally. I'll keep on bashing myself. This is a very typical quality, especially many of the spiritual aspirants are like that. I want to give pain to myself. How? I am worthless, I am useless, I am. So I keep on telling this to myself, consciously or unconsciously also. There's a habit. Nobody likes me, I am so bad. So this kind of thing, this is giving oneself pain. And sometimes such things I start liking also. Without that I can't live. So if somebody praises me, somebody unconditionally loves me, we start, oh, am I from some other planet or what happened to me? Get back to normal. And what is normal? Pain to yourself. That is normal. So we sometimes fall in love with something that is unimportant, unhealthy, sometimes undesirable. So to withdraw my mind from that also. Why should I like that? That is going to make me sick. That is going to take me away from my goal. Why should I like that? Withdraw the mind from there and invest it in something that I consider important. So the intellect and mind work together. Basically, that's the point. And Gurudev would call it as a happy wedding between the intellect and mind. So in this wedlock, this Sthita Prajna very happily sitting. Why? Because this spiritual heart is what helps us progress in our lives. So, yuktaha asita matparaha. Matparaha means one who considers, here Bhagavan is speaking, so one who considers Bhagavan as the highest, greatest, the supreme goal of life. The one who considers Bhagavan as the first, foremost. That is Matparaha. And Bhagavan here is not talking as the blue boy of Vrindavan. He is not talking about as a special incarnation. He is talking about that supreme consciousness which is the very cause of this universe. That consciousness is speaking here. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, whenever Bhagavan is speaking, we say Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. It is not said Shri Krishna Uvacha or Shri Vasudeva Uvacha. No, it is only Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Why? Because the Lord of the universe, the very cause of this entire universe, the substratum of this universe, He is speaking. So, one who considers that consciousness, that Supreme Lord as the ultimate goal is Matparaha, more important than anything else in life. So for a Sthita Prajna, it is natural. Why? Because he is established in that. So one who is established in that, no effort is required. But for us, it has to be with effort. And I have to give prime importance to that Lord and the pursuit of that spiritual attainment or enlightenment or whatever we may call it with any word. So the one who is able to keep all his senses, all his faculty under control means he can use it and withdraw it at will. He is of integrated mind and intellect and considers this spiritual pursuit, the supreme goal, as his own supreme goal also. Such a person is Sthita Prajna. So for us, we have to learn to live like this. And if we can do this way, then we also are moving towards this Sthita Prajna. So this has to happen not as suppression, but with understanding. Understanding. So previous verse, what did it say? It says, Param Drishtva Rasaha Api Nivartate. looking at something higher, these things, the taste and the attachment to things also disappears. Similarly, understanding of the sublimation happens how? When we look at something higher that I want to achieve and keeping that in my core, then I do things, I will not be affected by smaller things. I will not feel that I am missing something. I will not feel pain of walking the right path. Otherwise, walking the right path can become very, very painful. Oh, I'm doing this, what to do? And that is why we look for, we wait for weekends. This weekend culture is what? Gurudev used to call WEAKENED. WEAK, weekend. End of the week, we are weekend only. Why? Because it is all different. I have to do, but I'm waiting for the weekend. Where are we going this week? Where are we going? What are we going to do? And then Monday, it slowly brightens up. By Friday, bright. So this, because it is not out of understanding, it is out of suppression. What to do? I have to work. I have to go for work. I don't want to. Why don't they pay me even if I don't go? They should have this kind of rule that once in a while you come whenever you feel like. We will send you all your pay, everything. You come whenever you feel like. Most welcome. That kind of thing I like. That doesn't exist anywhere. So, with understanding that this is a part of my life, I have to love it. And this is not just about professional life or personal life, it is also our internal life. Some part of me also sometimes I dislike. I feel it is important, therefore I have to take care of it. Otherwise, I don't like. Sometimes it is as gross as a part of the body. I don't like my nose. But what to do? I have to keep it. So no love, but replacement is not available. So I keep it. Okay. And if I make some money, then I'll go for a surgery. And when I go for a surgery, it becomes worse. I say that previous one was better. Always God given is the best. But these kind of things also as gross as this, and something subtler also can be there. I don't like, despising oneself. That also we have to understand. Embracing myself is as I am. I am like this. Okay. What is there? To be able to embrace myself and keep walking with the supreme goal in mind, that what I want to attain is nothing. These things don't matter there. When there is love, does any physical appearance matter? That is why when some boy, girl fall in love, we look at them and say, what did they find in each other? But for them, the most beautiful angel, the most handsome hunk. And say, where? Show me also. I can't see. But they can see only beauty in each other. Why? Where there is love, I can't see anything. These things don't matter. This is exactly what is the point of Mat Paraha. Mat Paraha means, if for me only Bhagwan is the ultimate, then these things don't matter. How does it matter? I like, dislike, I give importance, no importance. It doesn't matter. Everything for him. Okay, so then after this, now Bhagwan has told us uh, how one can get the sense control, what is sense control, what is mind control, and a person who, even a learned person, can fall. So remain alert and keep your senses under your control. Remain this integration of mind and intellect, having Bhagwan as a supreme goal. All these things he has said. And then when we want to do something, we have a higher goal, all these things will not matter. We'll be able to move forward in the right direction. All that after saying that, doing everything with proper understanding. Now he is saying, what if somebody doesn't follow this instruction? Then what about such people? So here, the next two verses, Puja Gurudev used to call them the ladder of fall. So we'll read these two verses. Dhyayato vishayan pumsah sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamah कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. Here, sometimes we have to be told, do this, and if you do this, this is what you will get. And while you do this, beware, there are some dangers. Okay, this much language, we feel that this is sufficient. No, there's one more thing to be told. What is that? If you don't do this, that also is required. No, so one thing is, it is like somebody is standing in the direction of our goal, and from there he's saying, come this way, come this way. He's pulling us. But there has to be someone behind us also. We go from here. Don't stay here. Why? Big danger awaits you here if you stay here. Go. So somebody has to pull us from there, and somebody has to push us away from here also. So this language is required for us to understand that if we don't follow this. So Bhagavan is what? Bhagavan is actually indicating, describing, giving different aspects of a Sthita Prajna which Arjuna asked for. That tell me, how is a Sthita Prajna? And then in that thing, we already saw that Sthita Prajna is described from the standpoint or to make an ignorant person understand, not another knowledgeable person understand. So therefore, the language used is that of an ignorant person who can understand this. So therefore, little bit of guidance also is given through this. Let's see, this is the great Sthita Prajna, but this is what we have to take care of, all these things. And now he's saying, what if somebody does not walk this path? I did not know that I should be doing this. Had I known, I would have done. But now I did not know. Not knowing the law is not an excuse. So even if the cops come and catch us doing something wrong, there was this man. This country is ridiculous. Why? What happened? That I was arrested just because I was counting money. Counting money, how can you be arrested? Yeah, before that I took it from somebody else's pocket. That's a different thing. But just counting money, they came and arrested me. I did not know this is also not allowed. Little bit they should allow. No? Just little cash from his pocket only, not from his account. His account is all secure. Only from his pocket little bit I took. That's all, nothing more. So little bit they should allow. You should have. Just because you don't know doesn't mean. Now you have known, yes. Now rest you can contemplate about this in jail. So you're not going to be freed just because you don't know the rule. So here also Bhagavan is saying, I am not I say that okay, this we will do, this is what will happen, this is what will happen. I should tell you if you don't do what will happen also. So that you are informed that this is what is going to happen. What is it? So he's saying Dhyayatah Vishayan Pumsah. Dhyayatah Pumsah. Pumsah means a man who is Dhyayatah means it is a present continuous tense. Dhyayatah. Doing dhyana means constantly thinking about, brooding. Dhyayatah. Dhyayatah means not meditating. We have to understand. Here, brooding, when we keep thinking our mind focused on the self, that is called meditating. When we are doing that for the objects, it is called brooding. So, dhyayatah pumsa, the one who is constantly brooding. What happens? Slowly, sangah teshu upajayate. Sangha means attachment takes place. So, what is this brooding like? This brooding comes as a very, very innocent thought. Nothing big. We just see something, just walking. No, we say, no, I am not going to shop. I am just window shopping. Okay. That is why they make this window, and they invest a lot in lighting and everything in the windows, because that is where the trap is. So I am not going to shop, just window shopping. And I look around. And as soon as I look, it will be so nice if I can have this innocent thought. Nothing wrong. I have not come here for shopping, you see, but I just know it will be good. Okay, next time maybe we will buy it. Let's see. Now it is not necessary. No, not necessary. Walk ahead. Okay. After 2 shops, again same thing. No, let's go. After some time, advertising, this is what is advertising, repetitive exposure. So I see something, and again I hit somebody. And then I see somebody carrying it, bought, purchased and carrying it. I say, there must be some divine message here. Otherwise, why is it coming to me again and again? There are hundreds of other things also coming again and again, which I don't notice at all. It is only this object I pay attention to. Why? Because already that thing has started. It will be so nice to get. So there are so many other things also around it. Why am I not noticing all those things? There are so many advertisements all over the place. I am not noticing any of those. There are so many people buying so many different kinds of things. Those things don't matter to me. Only what I have. Really so nice. So brooding. Then I come home also. At home, turn on the TV, same advertisement. Okay, forcibly turn off the TV. Okay, now alone. I'm sitting, nothing. Nobody is there. Nobody is talking about it, nothing. I'm just sitting alone. Should I have purchased it today? I think so, because everybody was buying. What everybody? I saw only one person buying, but everybody was buying. Tomorrow, I don't know if there will be any stock left. What if I'll go late? I said, but why do you want? That's also true. But it will be nice if I can have, It may be useful. Who knows how it will be useful? Brooding, slowly attachment. Then that attachment gets multiplied further. I want this. It becomes a desire. It came as, this is nice. Then it is nice to have this. Then how nice it will be if I really can purchase it. Should I have purchased this? And I want this. And now that I want this also, what happens? I can't live without this anymore. Till yesterday you were living without it. How is it that now henceforth you can't live without this? This happens with people, things, places, everything. Without this I can't live. What happened? Sangha and Kama. Kamana, Icha, desire. I want this. I have to get it. And that desire also keeps on intensifying with time. Now, as soon as Icha comes, Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha. And as soon as that desire comes, from desire, Kamat Krodho bhi jayate. No, Krodha, one meaning of Krodha is anger. So, whenever I have desire, I feel angry. No. Anger, if we understand Krodha as anger, yes, whenever there is a desire and there is an object of desire and in between us there is some obstacle which comes, then our feeling towards that obstacle is called krodha or anger. This is one meaning of krodha. So when the desire fulfillment is obstructed, what I feel is called anger. And that happens. If there is no desire, no obstruction, no anger. So only when there is desire, there can be any obstruction, and that only creates anger. So krodha, one meaning is this, but it need not be that desire is obstructed. In general, this krodha here means agitation. When there is desire in the mind, I am not peaceful. There is agitation. I cannot, sit silently. That desire will prompt me into action. I have to do something. Obstruction or no obstruction, doesn't matter. My mind is not at peace. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Somebody took away, it will take the form of anger. Somebody did not take and my desire is fulfilled, it will take the form of greed, lobha. So this anger and greed, these two are called younger brothers of desire. Because one of them will come behind it. So when there is desire, if it is not fulfilled, anger. If it is fulfilled, greed. One of them will follow. And neither of them also, here krodha actually means agitation. So desire creates agitation. I can't be at peace. And if it takes any greed or anger form, then what happens? This greed or anger, it will completely close my eyes towards any kind of, limits or any kind of behavioral, frontiers. It will not have all these things. So, krodhat bhavati sammoha, as though all my knowledge and understanding, everything is wiped off. Confused. Means I don't know whatever wisdom was there so far, it's all gone. Means I don't know that thus far and no further, those things are gone away. Now that greed is so strong or that anger is so strong that I want to do something, I don't look at whether it is right or wrong, I just have to do it. So krodha, Bhagavan in the next chapter he says, krodha is what? Mahapapma. He is the one who makes us sin. That is krodha. So agitation will make us sin. It will make us make mistakes. That is why it is said that even whether it was big battles or even a battle of wits among two people, it is only the person who has a peaceful mind wins. The person who gets agitated loses. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he went to so many places and had discussions on the Shastras. Most of them were peaceful, but many of them, the opponents got so agitated and they lost. So, one of the Shishyas of Shankaracharya, Sureshwaracharya, he himself has said his own story. When he was a householder as Mandana Mishra, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji and he had a discussion. And his wife was made the judge by Shankaracharya ji, that your wife is impartial, so we will make her the judge. For many days this discussion happened. Now this lady, she was a householder lady, she can't leave everything and just sit for the Shastra. It will go on for hours together. So she can't just sit there. So she found a way. She put fresh flower garlands on both of them. And let's start. And then she would look at the garland and create her judgments. So at one point, there was a stage where Mandana Mishra's garland was started withering. Why? Because of his mental agitation. The heat that was produced in the body started. And Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, peaceful. And therefore, the flowers were fresh. So she saw this and declared Shankaracharya ji is the winner. And the condition she knew very well, that whoever loses becomes the follower of the other. Means, if Shankaracharya ji lost, he will become a servant of Mandana Mishra. And if Mandana Mishra lost, he will take sannyas and become a disciple of Shankaracharya. But the wife only, so it is clear, verdict. I don't have to see anything. It's clear. Why? Agitation. Agitation, we lose the game. Because all our wisdom is wiped off. That is why. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. Mohanam. Completely the mind. Then I will think only what I want to think. There is nothing like an objective reality for me anymore. Sammoha. It's kind of I am possessed. That is the condition. And sammohat smriti vibhramaha. All that I have studied, learned, thought about, all that memory, my internal memory is formatted. All files deleted forever. Or at least during that period, it is hidden. Smriti vibhramaha. I don't understand how to deal with this situation at all. And if there is an obstacle in front of, on the way to the desire, then I see that is the greatest devil, my first, enemy, number one. So that's how I start seeing things. Based on my likes and dislikes, only everything is appearing to me. And this happens to us day in and day out. It is not something that Bhagwan has to say in the Gita. We don't have to read the Gita to understand this. It is a very, very beautiful, deep psychological analysis of our own experiences. And this happens to us. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha. This confusion about our own identity, all our memory means all our wisdom, all our knowledge collected in the past, gone. Now when all memory has gone, smriti bhramshad buddhi nasha. Buddhi nasha means all our ability to discriminate, think, analyze, understand, objectively look at something, all that is gone. Buddhi nasha. That special ability that has been given to human beings. Buddhi means the ability to clearly understand, discriminate. That is gone. Buddhi nasha. So Buddhi nasha is, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says that he doesn't remain worthy of being called as a human being. He cannot act and change and shape his destiny anymore. He is the slave of his instincts for that period. He is as good as an animal. Buddhi nashat pranashyati. The humaneness has been destroyed. And without humaneness, human being doesn't exist. So, pranashyati, gone. Purushartha ayogya bhavati. Say that cannot act independently, cannot shape his future. He is doomed. So this condition of a person, this is a fall. Dhyayato. Where did it start from? Just brooding. Brooding about objects can lead to such a downfall. And we should understand this not as one event in life. This is not talking about one event in life. What this is talking about is this happens again and again whenever we brood about things. We must have fallen so many times like this. Buddhi nashat pranashyati. So just beginning, it is like Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji has given an example in Vivek Chudamani. There's a rubber ball, Keli Kandukam. So that from the terrace, sometimes it starts rolling on the staircase. So first on one step it will fall. Then it's a rubber ball, so it will bounce, leave 2 steps and then fall. Then after that it is so fast, we cannot catch it. Then it will be found down only. So you have to go there and collect it. Same with us also. Our downfall also, initial 1 or 2 steps possible to hold ourselves back. But if we miss that, down. Then again lift yourself up, again climb because I have to regain my human dignity. I am a human being only, although I behave like an animal, but again, human dignity. Then again, brood. Gone. And this happens to us so many times. And then we say, what is this? Why is this happening to me? After that downfall, after that we wake up. Then we feel regret, we feel guilty. I should have thought about it. I should not have indulged like that. I should not have. In retrospect, we get the point. But then after that, when again a situation arises, again that brooding happens. So this downfall happens so many times. Bhagavan is just waking us up and says, at least now be aware. The first one or two steps we can stop. Brooding starts, immediately we can be alert. No. The brooding is called sankalpa. Sankalpa means also resolve, but sankalpa also is a fanciful thought. So nice it would be, so nice, gone. Straight away destroyed. There's this very amusing story. I've heard somebody say that this is from Mahabharata. There was this very learned, knowledgeable person, like a rishi only, sitting there under a tree, nicely. Learned, very learned person. People used to come from the nearby villages and seek his advice and all. And he was a very friendly person. One day, somebody came and said, we all are coming here, giving you some food and all those things, but if sometime we are not able to reach you, you should have some arrangement. So then he said, what do you suggest? He said, I think I'll get you a cow. I'll tie a cow here near the tree. So then at least the milk you will have. So that much you will get. So I am bringing a cow. So he said, no, I don't need it. If nobody comes, then that day is upwas. How does it matter? That day I'll fast. And something or the other will come if it has to come. Don't worry, I don't want it. He insisted, no, you should take. Now, this man also, learned man also said, I think he's right. Maybe I should have a cow. Okay. Cow came. Now, cow came means it is not going to stay hungry. It also needs food. So then that person who brought the cow sent another lady. She said, I will bring grass for the cow every day. Okay. So that was also arranged. He said, okay. Grass was arranged. Now this lady had a question. What if someday I cannot come with the grass? So they should have some this thing. So then what do you suggest? That I'll speak to someone. I have something in mind. Next day a farmer came. He said, you deserve to be taken care of. You are such a good person and you are helping all of us, the entire village. So I think this farmland I want to donate to you. Well, what will I do with farmland? When you can cultivate and there will be some grass and all these things also. And the cow also can eat and some grains and all. You can also have some vegetable farming and all you can do. So basic thing. Because what will happen if we don't come to feed you? He said, yeah, not a bad idea. Okay, let us. Fine. Now, farm is there, but how do I know? I can't even plow the land. So then another person, okay, cutting the long story short. So somebody gave bullocks, somebody gave a plow, and I said, I don't know how to plow. Somebody came and taught him to plow. All these things, this whole thing started, and then he said, okay, let me do. So he was like excited, let me do that. So he had 2 bullocks, he had a plow, and he was plowing his little field to cultivate something. Suddenly, as he was doing that, and he was himself struggling because I never done this before. He was struggling and in the hot sun. And at that time, suddenly, the farmers around who are working on the farmlands around, they started shouting that run, 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 run. So what happened? Run, run, and he turned around. He saw such a huge camel. He said, it's a mad camel. It was coming, it's very violent. So just run, get out of the way, get out of the way. And he saw that it was like charging at him only. So he ran. And when he ran, this camel, how it happened, nobody knew. In a flash, the camel dashed into those bullocks. And then anybody who opened their eyes, they saw that these two bullocks were hanging from both sides of the camel, and the camel is running ahead. This person, he said, oh, my bullocks, you're taking away my bullocks, this camel is taking away my bullocks. He started running. For some time he ran, and then suddenly he stopped. He stopped, looked around, said, what am I doing? Who am I? In this hot sun, I am running behind a mad camel and shouting, my bullocks, my bullocks. Are these mine? And do I really need all this? I have been refusing all this from the very beginning. And today, in no time, they became mine. That land is mine. That cow is mine. What happened to me? And there is a very, very famous statement, the Mahabharata story. He says, hey Kama, hey desire, I know your root. Kama janami te moolam. He says, I know that you are born from a sankalpa. You are born from a very fanciful, innocent thought. Sankalpat kila jaye se. And he challenges that Kamadeva. He says, Natvam sankalpayishyam. I shall never entertain any fanciful thought. Then I will see how can you be even born in my heart. Samulona bhavishyasi. You will not remain, you will be uprooted, because I will not let your seed only come into me. That I will not entertain even that innocent looking fanciful thought, I will not entertain that. This is the alertness that the spiritual path demands from us. Sankalpa also, alert. Natvam sankalpaisya. And this kind of challenge, everyone cannot do, because the day we feel, I have won over my desire, the next day I will fall. And fall badly. I say, sorry. Some small little thing, suddenly agitated. Do all sorts of things. I can spoil my relationships. I can destroy my wealth. I can make my own living extremely difficult by just not being alert. If I can stop it, I can stop it only in the first 1 or 2 levels. That's all. After that, like that rubber ball, it will straight away land down only. I will land there. I cannot hold myself after that. So here, this Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibhramaha Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinasha Buddhinashat Pranashyati. That is the end, destruction. Destruction does not mean death. Destruction means we are not anymore fit to be called as a human being. That is destruction. We have fallen from our own dignity. And it is not necessarily that it will come out as an expression. It is an internal fall. People may know, may not know, it's a different thing. People may come to know, that's also possible. But people may not know, but internally I have fallen. Because I know my thoughts, I know my actions. Outside, whatever people may think, doesn't matter. I have fallen means I have fallen. It is my downfall. So Bhagavan is, we are very scared. This is not for fear. It is not to instill fear. It is only to show us that if that alertness is not there, I can invite great destruction. In the Himalayan roads, there's this very famous two lines that are written everywhere. It says, Saudhani hati, durghatna ghati. If your attention is lost, there will be an accident. So that is what, a little bit of alertness is gone. You have to be very, very alert of every thought. No thought should pass through the mind without our awareness of it. That, I know. It may be something unhealthy also, it's okay, but I should know about it. Like a mischievous child, the child is there, I should just observe that child. I should not see. If I look at the child will be under control. So like that only, these mischievous thoughts may come in between. But if I know, I know you are there. Oh, sorry. It will go away. But we say, I don't know when these thoughts come. I don't know how I flow away with them. How can we not know? We must know. So here, this Bhagavan is alerting us, cautioning us, saying that this is going to be the result. So better, then what should I do? So after ladder of fall, now ladder of rise also he is giving. So that we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.